Well, I'm back. Woke up from my hibernation or whatever. It's been a long, cold winter with a lot of snow. Uh, Pretty much been in hibernation and collecting parts. But it's been quite a while since I put a video out. Back when I was putting the car away for the winter. Had no idea it was going to be this long and this cold and this much snow. I'll show you at the end of the video here. We're still buried. But this is the next probably 2 years longer of parts that I've collected up all told. Pieces will be going in as we go. To begin with, we have a brand new factory OEM oil pump, which is supposedly going to eliminate all of our troubles that we had with oil pumps last year. I don't know whether it will or not. But brand new, factory approved, all the rest of that kind of stuff. So, we will see. I don't know if it's going to fix it, but that's the very first thing I'm doing this spring, taking that other oil pump out, putting this one in. Because it makes me nervous, I don't trust it. You think it's working, and then all of a sudden it says it's not working. Yeah, it just, nope, can't have that. So that'll be the first thing that is going to happen. We have got gauges, so we'll be able to tell if the oil is working or not. We've got a kit here that goes in where your radio would normally go. But on this one, I've got the oil pressure, volt meter, and boost meter, which eventually will come into play. And mechanical oil pressure gauge, which means that I got the little copper line lit kit to go with it, because, you know, be realistic, I'm not going to trust a little piece of plastic line with the oil pressure problems I've had in my life so far. So those things will be going in immediately. A friend of mine, Reg, I spoke of before, bought me a nice little shift handle, which I like, you know, sort of the pistol grip reminiscent thing. Be better than the little knob that's on there now with the leather half wore out. So I'm looking forward to sticking that on there and give it a little touch of class. Have a steering wheel cover coming for it, because those thin, cold, little sticky vinyl steering wheels they put on everything in the 80s, I don't like. So I'm putting a steering wheel cover on. That's the cheapest way to fix things up. Okay, it's a little easier to move the camera around here and show you things. I also got a pillar gauge pod. I have a tack there, and we'll be running my wideband oxygen sensor in this hole so that I can observe the two of them simultaneously and try to get things dialed in a little bit better on the carburetor and timing this summer, because we'll still be running that. And I say still be running that because let's get to the big stuff. Here we have a Eaton M90 supercharger. When I was 14, 15 years old, this was, I've always wanted a supercharger. That was a holy grail. You had to have one of those. Coming right up through the hood. But anyways, we have this. We also have the factory intake manifold and the throttle body. A throttle body positioning sensor and idle air control. And the bypass valve. So everything should work just fine. I got to get a few bolts. Get the top cover for it as well, which we're going to be modifying, of course. Probably taking to my brother's mill and getting rid of this 3.8 because we do not have a 3.8. But anyways, that'll be a little while. You know, plans will come together on that. It's part of the big picture. We also have, let me see, those are pieces with the gauges. I'm not sure what's in all the boxes. I gotta take a look and see. And here we have our coil pack, because we are going to be going to sequential fuel injection. And so we have GP Power, I think it's called. It's compatible with VWs and stuff. One of the ones that we're going to be using, Mega Squirt. And it's one of the coils in their manual that they approve. Got our pigtails for it, of course, as well. And we have, not going to be able to see those well, but 2 exhaust bungs with caps. So when we do our exhaust, we have the wideband sensor for the gauge and the one for the computer. Here we have our kill switch. Proper kill switch, not just a battery shut off, so that we can run legal on the drag strip, because we will be putting the battery back in the trunk again this year. Should have left it there before. All the problems we have a nice proper battery box now. No dangers on that. Should work fine. We've got a couple fuel pressure sensor and a two things I need pressure. I think one of these is the oil pressure sensor for the computer, and the other is a fuel pressure sensor for the computer. Holly ones. In here, I'll have to take a look. Hall effect for a drive shaft speed sensor. So we can program the computer to keep from blowing up the rear end differential. And we've got our oxygen sensor. And we've got our engine coolant sensor. And we've got our intake temperature sensor. So we got all those. And we got a sticker too, boys. This just added 15 horsepower right here. Haven't decided where I'll put that yet, but I got a sticker. Every day's better with a sticker. Get it to come into focus. I'm not sure what's up with my camera there. There we go. Anyways, moving over. We bought this. I was actually got a very good deal on this. Take the cover off there, Joe. Comes with the with 6 relays, 6 fuses. And we're mounting this in the trunk with our shutoff to run our fuel pump and our ignition system and whatnot, so that everything runs to the back right there with the battery to run the relays, and then right to the kill switch so that we can shut things off when it all catches fire on the racetrack. Yeah, we're very positive about that. And here we have 2 Hall effect sensors for our camshaft sensor, which we will be modifying the distributor, and our 36-1 trigger wheel, which we'll be bolting onto the pulley that's on the crank. I'll be taking that to my brother's machine shop, I imagine, and we'll be getting it all centered and all that kind of stuff. And we have new battery terminal ends for the wiring to go to the trunk. Wires out in the garage. I didn't figure I needed to have that here. Everything's been sitting over in my office space, and we're not using a hammer and a rock anymore. We bought ourselves a proper pair of crimping pliers for crimping ends on battery cables and so on and so forth. And so we're going to try to be just a little bit more civilized, anyways. So that's the plan for the next couple of years. This year, I'd like to get the battery in the back. The gauge is mounted there. Definitely the new oil pump. Some wiring done for that type of thing. Driving it. This year's all about driving it. Gauges and whatnot. Nice little touch-up pieces. And next winter, I hope to be building another motor. Building it a little different, of course, for a supercharger, and hope to have the manual, or not the manual, but the Megasquirt system. Just bear with me here a second. Manuals don't come with things anymore, so I don't have it yet, but I have printed out the entire Megasquirt manual. Made my own cover for it. And there's all 300 or 400 or some pages of the darn thing. That's a manual with authority, that is. But she is all printed out and ready to go. The MS3 Pro Mini. And so we we got all the information. And just got to get the part. But that will come. That will come. Can't buy everything at once. We also have coming. Okay, I think that's all the pieces here. So we'll switch her around for a minute. We also have coming the fuel injectors and the fuel pump and fuel regulator. And we're actually going to switch over to an electric fuel pump for the carburetor this year. I have that pump, and I have a fuel regulator coming for it as well. Just get wiring in place and stuff like that. And we made a discovery. It seems very, very close within a whisker that a Ford Pinto 2.3 liter uses the same pretty much pattern for the exhaust ports as our Mitsubishi does. And I have taken a flyer on a $175 set of chrome headers from eBay, a 3-inch collector, that from what I see from the gaskets should almost bolt right on. May have to make a little modification for where the bolt holes are, but as far as the ports and everything should line up pretty much exactly. So if that is true, anybody that's working on one of these Mitsubishi 2.6s, wondering where they're going to get headers without flying to Australia, yeah, I'm pretty sure Pinto ones are going to work just great. So we're looking forward to that. But yeah, we got a lot of parts. We're going to have to get to work because there's not going to be much more room in the house. I'll show you what it's like out here in the fabulous world of the north. Not even that far north. It should not be like this, but apparently it is. So it's still, it's after 10 o'clock in the morning. It is still minus 10 or so today. It will not get up above freezing. And the snow has dropped about 1.5 feet in the past month or so, but it's also snowed 6 to 8 inches in the past month and a half. And apparently we're getting 2 to 4 more centimeters tomorrow. So, yeah, everything's been cold. There's been so much snow, and we're behind. But it will happen eventually. I just not known for my great patience. That probably will not be the thing that's spoke about the most at my funeral. But we are going to be continuing to make great strides forward. Just not quite yet. But this is a preview. So hope you enjoy it. Hope you tune in later on to see what happens. Hope I'm here to see what happens. Trust me, I'm just as apprehensive and curious about how this is going to work out as anybody that'll watch this video. I guarantee you that. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you have a chance, go over and check out Merle's stuff on Prairie Wings there. He's been doing some great stuff and full of information. All right. Thank you. Have a great day.